How's it going? How's it going, everyone? Hopefully you can hear me now. Hopefully it's still not, yeah, you can hear me. Good morning. I hope you guys got your coffee. It's going to be a fun day. Trump is still planning to talk to China, possibly, I think, starting tomorrow. I don't think it's going to happen today, but that's still what everything is. All the headlines are pushing. How are you guys doing in the chat? How you guys doing in the chat? Blah, Kush in the house. How's it going, Kush? Good morning, good morning. Oh, Otaku, yes. Good morning, Otaku and fam. Rocket to the Moon says strawberry dragons, my favorite flavored dragons. I really want a little strawberry with a little dragon head and some wings right there on my desk to welcome you every single morning. But you know what? Damn 3D printer still is... yeah. In a hallway of boxes. That's where it is. Okay, what up, man? Overcome in the house. How's it going? Cody Bakula and also here. Good morning, everyone. We need to feed more chaos. Yes, let's go. Thank you for bringing the flames, Cody. What's up, Otaku? Bring us the news. I'm late. I'm not late today. Yes, Crypto JPEG's actually not late today. That's amazing. Amazing, Crypto JPEG. Solid. I'm happy to see you. Good morning, everyone. It's Otaku Tuesday. It is. Yeah, my group of friends back home, they always call me Taco. I've been known as Otaku my entire life. Yeah, they still call me Taco. And so it's Taco Tuesday, guys. Coffee ready. Let's go. Yes, let's go, guys. Let me just quickly recap everything I've heard this morning, right? I'm starting to do this now, too, just to kind of give you guys an update of what I've heard this morning as I get ready for the stream. Yeah, more job losses. That's what they're reporting. Bloomberg's reporting before the market bell opening. More job losses. Trump China call. We got more AI and data centers are being built in the USA. We got no one's buying our debt. Which, guys, I've been talking about that for a while. No one's buying our U.S. debt. And rich people are shopping at the Dollar General. Like, what? They're saying higher net income individuals are shopping more at Dollar General. I'm like, what in the hell is happening? It's weird. We got pro Bitcoin president South Korea has won, guys. Another pro Bitcoin president in another country. Let's go, guys. Let's go. All right, let's dive into it. Let's dive into all the stuff and things this morning. I've still got ZBEC on my chart this morning. Why do I still have ZBEC on my chart this morning? Because I noticed that, look at this, we actually come back down here and we fell right on top of our low point of entry on our consolidation all the way back down. Bart Simpsoning to 2040. Almost 2042. I think it was like 2041, 2042. I ended up just buying $1 million back at 2042. If it goes down further, I'll buy more. But if it doesn't, let it go. Just let it go. I'm happy with this next buy-in. I skimmed a whole bunch from the top from where I sold up here. So I'm super excited to see this continue on for ZBEC. Either way, I don't care. I'm happy with any direction it goes. And hopefully you guys are too. All right, so let me get back into the chat. Jim Jeringer says Q2 GDP growth rate was revised from 3.8 to 4.6. Yo Otaku skipped my question above. Oh, I did, bleh, quick Kish. No, I didn't. What are you talking about? You silly. I gotta watch you. Oh, Kush, you're funny. Okay, so yes, Jim Deringer, welcome again, Jim. Q2 GDP growth rate was revised from 3.8% to 4.6%. And they're back, guys. Let's see if they're talking about anything else breaking today.
Great to see you in person. It's good to be here. So I know that you don't have an S&P 500 target, but I'll ask you the same thing that I asked Stuart Kaiser 24 hours ago, which is, if you did, would you be lifting it right now?
So it depends on when I set those targets.
Right.
If we did that, if we had set it
Man, my coffee tastes like shit this morning. I don't know what the hell I did. I made two of them, too. My first one, I actually dumped ashes from our altar, our crypto magic altar. I actually dumped some ashes accidentally into my coffee this morning. I had to go back and make another one. I'm just like, this just tastes awful. It reminds me of, if you guys remember Austin Powers, Mike Myers back in the day. This coffee tastes like shit. It is shit, Austin. Man, those movies are great. Great. It feels like we're not having much of a rising comedy these days. All right, let me see what I can dig up this morning while we're waiting for the talking heads to get to opening the bell. Oh, look at this. Deutsche Bank upgrades to their S&P outlook. I guess that's what they're talking about this morning. Deutsche Bank. I was hoping for that bank to collapse last year. Maybe it was 2023. It's been too long. Jim Deringer says their target is 1 million points every time the S&P outperforms. Wages suffer, which is a squeeze for the lower middle class. They love it. Yeah, they love it. We're upper poor now. Remember the middle class? Well, if you were middle class 10, 20 years ago, now you're upper poor. That's what I'm calling it. Upper poor. All right, let's see what the talking heads got over on CNBC for us this morning. Breaking: Ford reports 16% sales increase in May amid employee pricing tariffs. Okay, amid employee pricing and tariffs. Constellation Energy rallies 15% on Meta nuclear power deal. U.S. growth forecasts cut sharply by OECD as Trump tariffs global outlook. Alaska Airlines to make Europe debut with Rome flights next year. Pretty much nothing, man. Klarna, this one's scary. Klarna takes on banks with debit card as diversifies beyond buy now and pay later. This is the kind of stuff that makes me just eek in the night. I lose sleep over this crap because guys. We haven't been this far into debt in society. Let me see if I can find it. U.S. debt chart. U.S. debt chart. We haven't been this far into debt since the 1940s, around World War II. Custom all. There is no chart here. Give me a chart, damn it. U.S. Government debt. I want consumer debt. That's the debt. That's what I want. I want consumer. Very important. Very important. Household debt and credit report. This should give me a chart. Please give me a chart. There we go. There's a chart. This only goes back to 2004. That's not what I want. No one wants you to see this. That's why. Household debt service payments. Come on, come on. 1980. No, I want. Oh my God! Yeah, look at this. They won't go back that far. most of the sites won't go back that far. Do I really have to like look up Kathy Wood? Kathy Wood. Oh man. I know she pushed out that chart. I think it was on this one. I don't want to miss the opening bell. We got about a minute. Was it was one of these? Should be scaring the bejesus out of people, but it's not. I don't know why. One of these is not like the other. One of these. Is it this one? Sources of federal revenues? No. She has so many charts in these PowerPoints. Oh my God. Real GDP. M2 money supply. Nothing you guys should be watching. Where is the household debt? Consumer debt. Should be like a giant hole. I don't know. This might be a new one. I haven't watched yet. No, that's 3 months ago. It's probably on this one. I can't find it. I cannot wait anymore. I gotta go back to the talking heads. No, they're about ready to open the bell. But yeah, trust me, bro. I can't find it. Trust me, bro. Paul says, thank you for your support. Of course, my guys. Of course. This is what I'm here for. I'm here to just ease the pain of the crypto chaos in the market. The chaos in the market can scare anyone into selling their positions. And you don't want to go back to this silly nonsense. This is the no-brainer, guys. It should be a no-brainer for most people, but unless you've been in crypto long enough to understand the true value of this asset class, you're gonna do something stupid. Okay, getting back in the opening bell. The opening bell happening right now. Boom. There it is.
Today, what are you watching?
Doing pretty well. This is the last gasp of the current
Dollar
earnings
General.
season.
There we go, talking about
and
Dollar
it's
General.
Dollar General. Out
Richer
with a
people
beat
buying
and a
Dollar
raise.
General.
The retailer really easing those tariff concerns. You have the CEO saying that they're uniquely positioned to serve customers in a variety of economic environments. Yeah. We also heard from the CEO saying that they're seeing higher income consumers come into their stores, so really benefiting from that trade down that we're seeing. Matt Miller currently up about 11% just minutes after the bell.
Overpriced
Meta,
junk.
obviously, is one we've been talking about this morning. Buying nuclear power from Constellation Energy as AI sends power demand soaring. But the 20-year contract doesn't start until the middle of 2027, which seems like
a lifetime away.
Right? That's
yeah.
a long way from now.
We'll see.
We'll be past the midterms. Like, it could be a whole new world.
Short-term.
Life could
2
look
years,
totally different.
All right, we're back with Gargi Chowdhury, BlackRock's Chief Investment and Portfolio Strategist.
That's a good one out the gate, guys.
And Gargi, obviously AI and power was everything last year. Is it everything again this year?
I think it is. I think it can be. When we look at what drove much of the market performance from the April 2nd lows, a lot of that is coming from the earnings power and the earnings growth we've seen in the large cap quality companies, many of those that have a software or AI theme associated with them. Every time, we're all as market participants wait for NVIDIA earnings, we continue to be amazed by the revenue growth. We continue to be amazed by how much all of these larger companies are investing in CapEx. And that is a big driver of growth for the United States going forward. So I do think this will be a mega trend, a mega theme that will be with us for 2027 and beyond. And now I think it's broadening to areas such as power, such as one of the things that we talk about in our outlook around software. And I think that's with us to stay for some time.
This is a question that I've been asking, it feels like, for the past year, and I've probably asked you this question before, but you mentioned that now maybe we're talking about software. It feels like so long the AI trade has been the enablers, it's been the picks and shovels, the NVIDIAs of the world, but it seems like maybe some of the interest really is starting to migrate to the application of AI.
Absolutely. It is starting to move to the application of AI, but I also think even within that, there are going to be winners and losers, right? So we're, in our outlook, we talked a little bit about just pure software exposure with something like an IGV, which is our iShares ticker, but also broadly, we talked about the need for being very active and nimble around it, because some of the names that are working now within software may just not work in the next 2 or 3 months. So really focusing on actively managing your AI and tech exposure, which we think is a much smaller component of our clients' portfolios than they think it is. So really focusing on things like BlackRock Active Innovation and Tech Funds, which is, again, an active way to manage your AI exposure and your broader software and tech exposure.
I will note that we're going to talk a little bit later to Bruce Richards. He posted on LinkedIn last week that he expects more distress in software because, well, the reason it's interesting is because private credit and private equity have really piled in. Does it matter? I guess there's dispersion there.
There's dispersion there.
Yes.
That's exactly the sentence that you had started us on. There is going to be dispersion, which is why you can have a theme in your portfolio, but if you're looking for the next 3 to 4 years, being active around that, being able to dynamically rotate between one theme to another, we think is important.
I want to talk about the economic environment a little bit, because we were talking about Microsoft and Disney layoffs a little bit earlier. We get jolts at the top of the 10 a.m. hour, and then it's the all-important employment report on Friday. It seems like there's some expectation that we're going to see a little bit of cooling in the labor market, at least as it comes through with this JOLTS data. What's your expectation there? We're starting to get those headlines again, but we haven't yet seen it in the data.
Right, so we haven't. The one thing that I think the market paid a little bit of attention to is just the pickup last week in the initial jobless claims. Obviously, this week's JOLTS, which we've seen, again, we've seen a cooling, but I would say that cooling in all forms of labor market data is much needed right now. So we've seen a cooling in the job openings rate. I think we might see a further cooling in the non-farm payroll number that comes out on Friday. What might that look like? Could it be somewhere between 130, 140? That's lower than the 3-month and the 6-month averages, but still a very solid pace of job growth from at this stage of maturity for the U.S. economy. What I will particularly, look, it's a mature
Matt's
economy.
getting nervous.
This is an economy that's growing
cooling,
at 1%.
Right? But, Torsten Slok sent out a message today. Okay, 120, I guess, 130 for now, 120 for June. We're talking consensus here. 64 for September, 66 for December.
It's not very many thousands.
That much cooling would not be good,
That
right?
much cooling would not be good. So obviously, if tomorrow or Friday's number was significantly, and by significantly I mean 50 to 75,000 lower than expectations, and it was dispersed across many categories, across goods, and most importantly, across the services sector, which is where much of the job growth has come from. If we saw that, I think the market will certainly, the front end of the fixed income market will certainly price in some action from the Fed. But as of right now, that is not the expectation. I think there is going to be cooling. We should get used to that. There's another, there's obviously a lot of immigration outflows, or based on how much immigration has been a driver of job growth in the last year. We have to take into account that that is not going to be the case. So again, other reasons for softening there. I think the market knows a lot of that. But obviously, there is a point at which it's a bad softening, not just a cooling, but something that makes us all afraid.
Makes me uncomfortable.
I don't think we're quite there yet. I think we're still looking at a U.S. economy, at least at this point, where the labor market is one of the shining spots.
Well,
Talk
now
about
he's
the orange
sweating
thing
over here,
that,
so let's try to get him a little bit more scared.
Makes me more comfortable.
Plan that scenario the next few months where maybe, okay, you get a cooling down that turns into a softening in the labor market. Let's say inflation does have a little bit of pressure under it and it reignites a little bit. We had a note from JP Morgan yesterday, actually, writing that they think that we could enter into a stagflationary episode here that would end the S&P 500's rebound. Can you rule that out, or do you
Getting
have
close
to
to
keep
6,000
stagflation risk on the table?
I think you have to. I think the direction of travel could be in a stagflationary direction. Obviously, a lot of that depends on the growth expectations from the tax bill, as well as how much of the tariff unwind really, catapults many companies to go back to spending and manufacturing and all of that. So we are going to learn more about it, but this is why we talk a lot about adding diversifiers in your portfolio. So to the extent that many portfolios that we analyze have had a very high percentage allocation to US equities, we're telling investors, close your underweight to the other areas of the world, close your underweight to emerging markets as well as European equities. You don't have to go overweight here, but certainly sort of have a more diversified portfolio. Add things like tips, add things like gold. These are areas of the market that we think could do well in that stagflationary environment. And very importantly, market neutral strategies that have a low beta and a low correlation to the broader S&P or the NASDAQ or the Dow that I know you love to watch. I think that's going to be another source of diversification much needed when uncertainty is high.
BlackRock
All right, Gargi,
not
that's a good
shilling
place to
Bitcoin
leave it.
today.
Great
Wow.
to see you again. That is BlackRock's
Weird.
Gargi Chowdhury. Meanwhile, let's
Weird.
get a check on this market and take a look at the setup, because we're taking a look at breadth again. And similar to yesterday, it's not awesome right now. It's not quite as bad as yesterday when we had more than 400 names in the red, but you can see we have more than 300 in the red right now, 176 pushing to the upside. Once again, it's
all
NVIDIA
just the top
that
seven,
is leading
guys.
the charge. Small move overall, but when you're that big of a company, that makes you the biggest gainer on a points basis here. You also have Broadcom, Tesla, and Constellation Energy higher right now. Take a look at the downside, though. This sticks out to me. Keep an eye on Alphabet, because once again, this is your biggest loser right now. If this holds,
Google's
this will
gonna
be
flip
Alphabet's
us again,
fifth
guys.
straight
No.
day of losses, down another 2%. Right now. Let's take a look at how this looks on the sector basis as well. It's close to an even split. I'm not quite sure if this is quite
All right,
it.
I'm gonna have to stop them. Get into some of our thing, guys. This is what I was trying to show you guys earlier. Kathy Wood showing us this back in February, I believe, or April. It might have been April. Yeah, April. This was, of course, the United States public debt to GDP, right? At all-time highs, rivaling that of World War II. I showed you this, guys, back when Trump lifted off the trade war, and that's exactly what we are in right now. We are in World War trade, not World War III, World War trade. And you can definitely see that the public debt sector does reference this as well. So again, that's what I was trying to find earlier. I don't know. It's so weird that it's hard to find in a traditional chart. They do not want to go back that far and show you. It's crazy. All you can find is like back to like the 80s. It's weird, really weird. And you can see the 80s what kind of started that entire curve upward. Anyway, so enough about the debt. All right, we're just overloaded in debt. Speaking of debt. Speaking of debt, the U.S. national debt is currently sitting at $36,931 billion. Can't stop, won't stop printing that money. Guys, we're so close. About 69 and 68 and some change more billions away. That's literally about a month or two of government spending. Could happen before the end of the month. You never know. You never know how much they're going to spend in the month of June. But an average, of course, of $70,000 every single second is being printed. All right, let's see what else we can dig up today. Investors focusing on ways to play or a slowdown in consumer spending as tariff impacts begin. Yeah, we haven't really truly felt it yet. Everything is lagging. Where's the article? Oh yeah, CNBC. Duh. I gotta get on at CNBC. I forgot. Stocks are little changes. Traders await more details on U.S. trade deals. All right. So yeah, S&P 500 getting close to that 6,000 though. I can actually take a look and see. Yep, they're getting close. They're getting close. But Google still has not flipped Bitcoin yet again. Yeah, the longer we continue on this run too. If we get back to $112,000, $115,000 Bitcoin, we will flip Amazon again. Amazon down just a little bit, about $3 billion. I think that's high last week was about 2.2 billion, 2.2 trillion. Geez, 2 trillion 200 billion. 200. I think it might have been 220 billion, something like that. All right, what else we got? I want to also talk about where is it? Oh yeah, ZBEC. All right, ZBEC still coming back down. Look at this. If you guys are still following this, it's coming back up right now, just bouncing off of this 2.02041. That's the lowest it got. So it still did not touch 204. Hopefully we do get a little bit of a rebound here, a retest to 205. We'll probably see a rejection right away and maybe consolidate in the middle somewhere or retest 2041. That's my update right now on ZBEC. You just gotta wait. You just gotta sit around and watch. Or just, set an alert on your phone. That's what I do on some of my favorite projects. If I'm not, in front of the charts all the time. That's what I do. Bitcoin, of course, from last night. I didn't do a recap of this morning. I totally forgot. I've been kind of swamped with all the stuff going on. But yeah, so I was calling for a baseline bullish. Pretty much fell into our baseline target anyway. A little lower than I'd like. Getting closer to our bear target, but still, I'm gonna call it. We're gonna merge right into that this morning. I'm gonna call it. I'm tired of winning, guys.
You're gonna win so much,
tired of winning.
you may even get winning.
Stop it! Make it stop! God. Yes.
What are you?
Yes, I know, Oscar. Thank you. Okay, so getting back in the chat real quick, just let me know how you guys are feeling about the current market situation. We're going to dive back into the news, see what else we can dig up. But anyway, let's see what we got within the chat. Paul says, thank you for your love and support. Thank you. Of course, you guys, thank you for loving and supporting. But reminding you also, too, I need to show harder. Please, please like, subscribe, do all the things down below in the chat. I would appreciate that. We got to get this show over 1,000 subs. It's getting there, guys. We're loading. 1,000 subs loading. We're getting closer and closer every single day to 700. Only like 20, 30 away. I mean, come on. Just hit the button. It's right there. It's so easy. It's right there. Doesn't cost you a thing. All right. And Jim Deringer also says if you want to have that household debt versus GDP growth rate to the market, check out the S&P/X US HDG. Man, Jim, you always know what to look at, man. I am totally lost in the TradFi space. Totally lost. I only know about my crypto thing, of course. The last 4 or 5 years, only paying attention to this market. Fear, dread, and chaos. Danny in the house, bringing on the chaos. Thank you for bringing the chaos this morning, Danny. Crypto JPEG, what are your thoughts on Forta? I'm still DCAing into it. I doesn't want to move just yet. Forta's an interesting one. That's that security play, isn't it? I do like Forta. It's been a while since we looked at it, actually. I could take a look at it for you while we're getting things started this morning. Forta. Oh my gosh. I gotta delete something. Let's get rid of Pyth. Alright. Pyth. Alright. Forta. USDC on Coinbase. No Mexi. Give me some Mexi. There we go. USDT on Mexi. Place to be. I miss Mexi. There we go. 7 cents. 7 cents right now. It's doing okay. I don't see anything wrong with this chart at all. I think it's done well. It's gotten itself out of the lows. This is the beginning of the month already. I mean, come on. What are you asking for? This is crazy price action though. I kind of want to get a piece of this before it blows up. I did have some exposure to this back in. Man, it was a long time ago. February, maybe. I think it was like February. It started popping off. Yeah, right around there. I did a couple swings in this for a little bit, for about a couple weeks, and then I pulled out. So I might be a good time to get back into Forta. Forta. But yeah, right now it's in a bullish structure, ready to lift off, just like a lot of other coins. You kind of look the past for some idea where we're going to head in the future. This kind of right here reminds you of what is about ready to pop off. I could see a return to at least some of these higher highs or higher lows right now, I guess. 18 cents. My God, this is going to be explosive, guys. It's a 2x right around the corner, and then the all-time high for Forta. Where is it? How long ago is it? It's a long time ago. I'd have to go back into the market cap to really identify this is even possible anymore. This is back in 2022, but yeah, I think good, big things and better things are coming for Forta for sure, without getting stuck on the chart forever. I would just be looking at a breakout above, right around here. One, two, three, four. Really? 1, 2, 3, 4. Who the hell set that up? Some moneymakers got a sense of humor, man. That's funny. 1, 2, 3, 4. Where was it? Right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Look for a breakout there for some, to verify that you're actually going to move to the upside in a big way. And then, next stop would be almost 2 cents. 2 cents is going to be kind of harder to take. And then after there, there hasn't been too much above that this year. This is all price action back in 2024. So 2025 really hasn't popped off for 40 yet. All right, that's my general. I'm going to stop there. I get rant and rave about coins all day, man. What I see in the charts is insane. Okay, so what else we got here? Let's get back to Bitcoin and get back in the chat. How is Moonwalk looking this morning? Moonwalk. There's too many moons, man. Moonwell, Moonpay, Moonwalk, Moonbeam. I can't keep track of them all, guys. It's hard to keep track of what the hell they do anymore. Okay, Moonwalk. I don't even know what that is. I can't even remember what the hell Moonwalk is. Let's take a look real quick. And then I got to go back to the talking heads, make sure we don't miss anything. As I'm keeping track of the chaos every single morning, real time. Oh my God, it's crazy. It's crazy to do this every morning, but I love it. I live for it. Oh my God. Oh my. There we go. There we go. I'm trying to pull up coin market cap, and my screens are not working with me. There we go. Coin market cap, Moonwalk. What in the hell is Moonwalk? You guys talking about coins I've never even heard of. Now in a weird world we live in, especially with Solana. It scares me when I see this stuff. Moonwalker, Moonwalk. These are all coins on pump.fun. Do I need to look at these guys? Come on. You're trolling me, Danny. You're trolling me, aren't you? I see what you're doing. Yeah, so Moonwalk on Solana's pump.fun ecosystem. This is where I tell you guys, there's over 6 million coins just on pump.fun alone. Probably 7 million now. Every time I mention it, the number of coins goes up over there. It's insane. Insane in the membrane. Getting back into the chat real quick, because I'm probably not going to realistically look at this with any sort of sincerity, right? This started too. You guys drive me nuts with this. Okay, Danny, you trolled me. Okay, you accidentally. I mean, you meant Moonwell, of course, yeah. Not Moonwalk. Oh my God, isn't that crazy that there's a coin called Moonwalk, even though you accidentally meant to say Moonwell? That's funny. So yeah, in Moonwell. It's been a while since we looked at Moonwell 2, Moonwell. Do I still have it on the chart? No, I don't have well on here anymore. What can we get rid of? Jeez, there's too many coins, guys. Too many coins. I guess we can get rid of Fetch. It's been a while since we looked at Fetch, or needed to. Great project, though. I do like Fetch. Well. Moonwell. USDT on Coinbase. Why not? USD. Well, there we go. I mean, it looks like it wants to go to the moon. That's what the Moonwell looks like. Yeah, can't stop, won't stop. Next place to really have some sort of retracement would be kind of where we are now. It's touched here about 2 or 3 times. So yeah, we could get. It already bounced off there, didn't it? Yeah, it already did. It's already a little lower now. Yeah. So we do got to break out of here, but this is printing a really nice bull pendant to the upside, bull trend. We could trade in here to the end of the month, but I don't think it's going to trade there to the end of the month. It's creating kind of an upward cup and handle like pattern. It's already starting to print kind of a cup handle, right? So a handle right here forming. If that does play out for a week or two, I mean, it doesn't have to happen. It doesn't have to be exactly a week or two. These are all coins, but it could get to the upside of a big breakout towards 7 cents. 7 cents to get this ball rolling, having maybe a little bit of some resistance around 6, 7. That's what I'm looking at for Moonwell right now, as the charts have shown. The charts have spoken. Oh gosh, guys. Danny, Super Danny in the house. Thank you with a $20 super chat. Thank you, of course, Danny. This is what I'm here for, man. I'm here to help you guys out as much as I possibly can. My crazy mythology of these charts. Okay, what price? Wood? What word? Hello, Los. I don't know what you're saying, my guy. How? Yeah. So, Jim Deringer says same with Atom. However, Atom offers staking, so packing a bag of compounding at these levels is super attractive. I missed something. What the hell are you guys talking about? Yeah, I'm not sure what you're referring to, Danny. Jim. But yeah, I do like Atom. My God, I staked so much in the bear market. I made so much Atom. I made a lot of gains with Atom in the bear market. I do like Atom. Definitely probably going to be looking at what's going to be the highest ROI on stake rewards this bear market. That's going to be really interesting place. I wonder how much that's going to change. What price would Moonwell? Yes. Apologies, Master Otaku. Okay, so of course, Danny trying to send me off to that Pump That Fun ecosystem. It's funny. Looking at the talking heads right now. They're talking about stocks, indexes, waiver, economy, and focus. What price would you be big? Okay, what price would you buy big on this ZBEC pullback? I had it again. I opened this morning and telling you guys. Even over on Rob's channel too. I was telling you guys over there and this morning as well that I already bought some back in at 2042 on the way back down to 2041 was the lowest we touched this morning. We bounced right off of what we drew, right? This is, of course, the next level that we were looking at retracing to because these two levels here had the most time to develop any kind of support in this very, very short time frame. So, of course, this is what I was looking at for a retracement. We could still come back up, retest 205, get rejected, come back down and retest 204. So, we still haven't touched exactly 204 yet. Doesn't mean anything. But, yeah, we could come back down, and that's where I probably would be buying up a little bit more, especially if we eke down below in these lower levels here. And my next target, if we cannot hold 204, would be about 2035, right in there, right there on that base of that channel there. And that's really not that far, honestly. I'll probably, as soon as we break 204, I'll just be putting in that buy real quick anyway, because you just never know when this is gonna just come back up. There's a lot of bullish momentum around ZBEC right now, and I don't want to miss it. But I did skim some gains from the top, man. This swing has been great. I'm glad that I did sell off a percentage, not even really a huge percentage of my bag. Towards the top, so we still are early, guys. This is still early. You don't want to be undeployed at this very moment. So if you are out right now and you're sitting on some gains, you can swing back in and buy some more coins. I'd take advantage of it. Just take a breather. just sit back and get a better placement for the future of ZBEC's potential breakouts to the upside of a penny by the end of the month, maybe 2 pennies. We don't know how crazy it's going to get. This might get stupid, guys. Might get very stupid very soon. The big players getting in, and everyone's looking at payroll. And there's not many things right now with the partnerships that ZBEC has to push payrolls into the future of crypto technology. All right, so could be awesome to accumulate Jasmine and XCN. Yeah, you could be rolling some of those gains into those projects as well. Those projects still have not moved. If you guys are looking for a nice swing, Jasmine's still sitting at 1.5 pennies, which is ridiculous for this project. Still sitting on this little tiny bit of a bull trend from way back here when we fell underneath a penny or around a penny. We barely touched. Yeah. 208 on Jasmine. It's crazy for like a few days there, or it might have been a day and a half, something like that. As long as that, this is the hour chart. So these, of course, are represented by an hour. Lois says thank you. Of course, guys. Of course. Jim Deringer says always odd how people call a pullback FUD. Exactly. I always love how people call a pullback a dump too, Jim. I'm just like. What? This is a dip. This is a dip even for ants, in my opinion. Most of the time, it's hardly anything at all. Especially when people say things are pumping and it's gone up like 0.5%. Just like for crypto, that's nothing. Come on. When it's a healthy retracement, exactly, Jim. 100%. I love your back and forth with you, Jim. I love it. J Money. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, J Money in the house. Let's freaking go. All right, JJ. Okay, guys, let's get back to the talking heads. See what they're talking about. Nothing on Bloomberg at the moment. Let's check back with Fox Business, see if anything else is breaking. Does not look like anything is headlining right now, other than global trading partners giving Wednesday deadline for best trade deal offers. This is the big thing they're talking about this morning. Trump's office, his cabinet, is basically coming back and telling everyone they have until Wednesday. I hope this video is about that. Jeez. What? Dame? What?
It's impact.
I don't know what that is. Anyway, President Donald Trump's administration is asking nations across the globe to submit their best trade deal offers by Wednesday as the president's tariff deadline nears, according to the new reports on Reuters. Top Trump officials reportedly drafted a letter to major trading partners this week detailing the request. The Trump administration has imposed a 5-week deadline on negotiations before major tariffs kick in once again. In the draft, the U.S. is asking the countries to list its best proposals in a number of key areas, including tariff and quota offers for the purchase of U.S. industrial and agricultural products, and plans to remedy any non-tariff barriers. Other requested items reportedly include any commitments on digital trade and economic security, along with country-specific commitments, according to the letter. President Donald Trump here was pictured with the U.S. steel manufacturers in Pennsylvania, West Mifflin, on it was yesterday, or was on that Sunday? No, Saturday, May 30th. Friday? That was Friday. I'm pretty sure that was Friday. The U.S. will evaluate the responses with the days and offer a possible landing zone that could include a reciprocal tariff rate, according to the letter. It remains unclear which countries have received the letter, although the major countries the U.S. has been focusing on their negotiations include the European Union, Japan, Vietnam, India, and some others. Right, so productive negotiations with many key trading partners continue to be on rapid pace. It is all parties' interest on the stock to progress and assesses the next steps. The U.S. Trade Representative official told Reuters when asked about the trade negotiations. The letter comes as Trump's authority to impose tariffs faces challenges to a federal court. Trump said on Sunday that if the courts rule against the administration's sweeping tariffs, it would mean the economic ruination of the country. I don't know. President Donald Trump makes a fist to disembarks from Air Force One once arrival. Okay, yeah, that's the picture there of him heading to Maryland. U.S. Court of International Trade ruled unanimously on Wednesday to block the use of emergency law to enact punishing import taxes. Members of the 3-judge panel were appointed by Trump's former President Barack Obama and former President Ronald Reagan, and Trump has overstepped and does not have unbounded authority to impose these tariffs. That's the update on the tariffs as it is right now. I know he's still trying to push for that Independence Day, July 4th kind of rally on the trade deals. So that's kind of the idea. Liberation Day on Independence Day sort of thing. Can he line that up with it? I don't think so. I think there's all these countries, usually they take like hundreds of days to finalize a lot of these trade deals. Costco sees record fuel sales after extending gas station hours. That's interesting. Because their gas is typically cheaper with your sales card or whatever. What else we got here? Trump Burger, we talked about that yesterday. Judge throws out California lawsuit, Trump tariffs, Newsom, yada yada. So it's pretty much nothing major here. Of course, we got some stuff to talk about on the real news over on X. I really didn't want to pull this today, but might have to go back to the real news on X. All right. Well, before I do that, let me see if the talking heads are even back yet. Still, come on, where are they at? What are we talking about?
Sensitive equipment will degrade, perishable samples will spoil, and researchers will go elsewhere. In another filing, Harvard says it has taken steps to address anti-Semitism and protect Jewish students.
They're coming back in about 3 minutes. All right, of course, while we wait, let's get back into the real news over on X. See if I can start this on the bottom. I got a lot of stuff to show you guys, a lot of crazy stuff. I already mentioned, I want to make sure, I don't know if we talked about this last night. I think we did. Tom Lee, of course, calling for
$2 million for Bitcoin, but I think Bitcoin is more valuable than gold. So, gold I mean, Bitcoin could be 2 million, 3 million long term. I mean,
he also said, I think I did talk about this last night. He stumbled over our place's gold. He almost said it. Oh my God, it's stuck in buffering hell now. Dang it!
You don't have a terminal price on that, do you?
Well, it's I think at a minimum it should have the same network value as gold.
It should have replaced what? It should replace. I mean, have the network value of gold. Yeah, of course, Tom Lee. Very bullish on Bitcoin. So bullish he can't even say the quiet part out loud. He almost did. All right. I think I covered most of this yesterday. Where's the new stuff after last night? Starting right about here. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent says U.S. is never going to default on its $36 trillion debt. Yikes. Yeah, well, if everyone stops purchasing our debt, our U.S. Treasury bonds, then yeah, you probably will have to, especially if Japan is forced to sell. It's not going to be a very happy place to live in America. I'm just saying. Crypto bros in 2026 be like, whoa. What the hell even is this? Jeez. It's like a custom body for some sort of boat. It's funny. All right.
We see 250. We touch 250, and then it'll pull back to like the 140s.
Yeah, and that's gonna be the craziest pullback. Bitcoin pulling back to 100.
It'll be insane. But I think we see $500,000 Bitcoin in the next 2 to 3 years.
There he goes again. Grant Cardone, a real estate giant, just says the Bitcoin is going to 500,000 in the next 2 years. Metaplant CEO says, I tell my friends, I put in 100% of their net worth into Bitcoin. I'm just getting rallied and really pumped up with Bitcoin.
Already
news
believers in Bitcoin
this week.
But there's a great impact, I think, when you're at a dinner or you're out with friends to talk about Bitcoin. Share with them this amazing asset class, something that I think can be transformational for them if they adopt early. I tell my friends to put 100% of their net worth into Bitcoin.
Of course, Metaplant CEO Simon. Let's get back real quick and see if they're back. Oh, about 20 seconds in. Almost. Get back in the chat real quick while we're waiting on Bloomberg to give us the news, the skinny on the stock market right now, how Wall Street's feeling. Good morning, everyone. Jim Dringers, yes, it's only over when Bitcoin decides it's over. Our crypto S&P index determines everything. Yes, and JNF, of course, 100% Jim. I like the healthy retracements. Me too. It also gives us more support. That's what I like about it. Very clear support anyway. Every Monday is a new bull market in Tom Lee's world. It's so funny. Yeah, it really is. It's crazy how his predictions have gone so nuclear over the last 6 months. I can't. All right, see what they're talking about. Talking heads.
Radio, YouTube, and Bloomberg Originals.
All right, get back into it.
All right,
come on.
Tuesday morning from.
Tell me something fun.
Give me Doom. BNY Mellon Insight Conference in National Shore Harbor in Maryland, right across the Potomac River from Washington, D.C. So we're here at the BNY Insight 2025 conference here at the Gaylord Resort here in National Harbor. It's a great resort here. We're going to have a lot of the really smart guests that are at this conference. We're going to be speaking to them over the next couple hours, so that'll be a good and wonderful thing. We're going to kick off with Ira Jersey. We had some economic data came in a little bit weaker than expected across the board. We'll talk to Ira Jersey about that. Kind of a mixed bag there. Jose Minaya, Global Head of BNY Investments and Wealth, on the macroeconomic outlook and how they are viewing these markets here. Also, Adam Voss, he's Global Head of Markets at BNY, talking about the flows that they are seeing on their platform. So we got a lot of good guests down here in National Harbor, Maryland. Again, right across the Potomac from the District of Columbia. Right now, let's kick this thing off and go to John Tucker and a Bloomberg Business Flash. John.
All right, guys, this Bloomberg Business Flash being brought to you by IBKR. Financial advisors switch to Interactive Brokers for lowest cost global trading and turnkey custody solutions. No ticket charges, no conflicts of your answers. Learn more at ibkr.com/RIA. Paul, you mentioned the economic data. Let's get right to that. Job openings increased for the month of April. Remember, this survey goes back 2 months. This is according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics. So all in all, there is one available job for each unemployed job seeker, according to this survey. The job openings rate rising 4.4% in April from 4.3% the previous month. So there are 7.391 million positions.
All right, nothing else happening, guys. Nothing else happening. They're at a BNY Mellon conference, though. I don't know enough about what's going on with that, but what I do know is that BNY was actually chosen to be one of the first banks to custody your crypto back last year when the Biden administration vetoed the SAB 121 bill. Yeah, of course, allowing the banks to custody your crypto and giving them a head in the race. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous that they would even do that. I'm not very pro Democrat or pro Republican, although more these days I feel more pro Republican than Democrat. But still, it's kind of weird to see them picking and choosing favorites in this new asset class. All right, so I wonder if anything is going to come out of that too, just because they do have a background in attempting to be the first ones out. One of the largest and oldest banks, I think, out of New York, BNY Mellon. That's as much as I know about BNY. Anyway, so what's going on with crypto bubbles? Let's take a look at that real quick before we head out. We got about 20 minutes left in the show, guys. Let's see. Today in green, pretty much in green. Top 100, everything except for White Rock is up. Insane. Not just a little bit either. A lot of these projects are up like 10-15%. Look at this. There's that Hype, Sky. What the hell is this Sky thing? That just moved on in. I didn't notice this thing. Sky. Man, the top 100 looks so much different than it did last year. What else we got here? Any big favorites in here? Jazzy's up 1.5%. That's nothing. Pepe's up 8%. What the hell? Bonk is, yes. Dog with Habs up 15%. Speaking of those bigger gains, it's ridiculous. Top 200. Anything happening right now? ZBCN down 24% on the day. Of course, bouncing off that 2041. And nothing else really notable in my opinion. Let me know what you guys are excited about for some of these moves. What I like to pick out every single day for you guys is what's a good place to throw your money into right now. With everything up on the month, it's hard to even really look back and say, okay, these haven't really been big movers. I throw some more money into that. I still think Jasmine is undervalued. I still think XCN's undervalued. I still think Swiftcoin's undervalued, and some of my favorite picks, of course, with you guys as well. Those would be my digs. I know that a lot of us also like Miria, right? We like Miria as well, but I think Miria's already starting to pump up. So it might be a little too late to get in. Maybe not too late, but a little. It's already made enough gains. Let's take a look at it real quick. 2 zeros, 1 3. Yeah, it's been pamping. It's definitely been pamping, and it's going towards my target, which is funny. If we just create this cup and handle, I'm telling you, it'll be insane. I don't think the cup will start there though. That was short lived. That was two or 3 4-hour candles. That's nothing. But it could start here. That's what I have drawn here, creating a cup and handle like pattern to the upside and smashing towards new highs for Miria. I still like that there. So it might be a good play if you guys want a quick 2 or 3x from where we are sitting right now. All right, getting back into it. Jim Deringer says, just quietly packing my bags in undervalued assets that have not left their respective bear markets. Can't be in every coin. Patience, everyone. Of course, the more you're diversified, the less gains you are likely to accumulate. Right. Yes. And yeah, Jim, Tom, and Grant calling for $250,000 Bitcoin. Let's bring it. Yes. Yo, Danny in the house, says Jim. Good morning, Jim. And I think I've caught up with you guys. And yeah, every Monday's I love that. Every Monday's a new bull market for Tom Lee into his world. Yeah. Every time he's on Squawk Box, I get so excited. He's so bullish. All right, guys. Let's see if we can pick up any crypto news, anything breaking on crypto right now today. Take a look at the Fear and greed today as well, and the Dixie. Let's take a look at those things too. Fear and greed for the stock market right now sitting in greed, just barely, heading back to neutral on trial these trade fears probably. Crypto fear and greed, looking still in the greed as we just saw. Everything in the green today, 64%, 64 on the scale for greed. The Dixie coming back up again, kind of making the stock market pull back a little bit, coming back up from 98.7. Man, we just can't keep this freaking dollar down. We need a weaker dollar for everything to rise and continue. All right, so let's see if we can find anything breaking in our space today, guys. Strategy unveils stock IPO plan to fuel relentless Bitcoin expansion. Buy, 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 buy. Never sell your Bitcoin. Of course, the strategy's plan, their strategy. Strategy accelerates its unstoppable Bitcoin dominance with a bold IPO move, leveraging high yields STRD. I think that's Stribe. Stock to fuel record-breaking Bitcoin acquisitions, geez, and expand market supremacy. Strategy pushes forward with a relentless Bitcoin growth via Stribe IPO. Software Intelligent MicroStrategy, which has now rebranded to Strategy, announced its June 2nd its intention to initiate an initial public offering IPO to 2.5 million of its shares, so it's a 10% series, a perpetual Stride preferred stock. Filed under the U.S. Securities Act of 1933, the preferred stock is expected to support the company's broader Bitcoin strategy. The release states strategy intends to use its net proceeds to offering to general corporate purposes, including the acquisition of Bitcoin for working capital. It continues on, guys. The hodl is strong with strategy. A lot of people out there are funding strategy, actually. I don't know. I got to talk about this for a little bit, too, because I don't know if you guys heard about that. People are calling them out, saying that they already sold because Michael Saylor had a Q&A. I watched every single panel. I mean, it took me 2 or 3 days after the convention was over to catch up, literally, because it was nonstop news, right? That week was insane. But last weekend, I was going through and re-watching some of these, and it's kind of like letting it settle in, because it takes a while for me to process information, especially when I'm doing all these other things, all these other projects and stuff. Strategy. Michael Saylor was out there in the Q&A, and they asked him. I wonder if I could find it. I probably can't find it. It was like an hour and a half, 2 hour Q&A. Watch it if you guys get some time. I've watched that twice now, and one of the things that he was asked was, will they become a Bitcoin bank, right? And Strategy actually came out. Michael Saylor came out and said that they, on a corporate slide one time, he said that they are looking to become a Bitcoin bank, potentially, right? He did put that out there. It was last year, at the end of 2024. That was kind of their idea. And it seems like he's doubled back on that now and said that they don't want to become a bank. And one of the main reasons why is because they have to be super transparent with everything they do, and can't invest their capital into other things that are, not everything's available to invest into, right? And so Strategy was kind of put on the spot, Michael Saylor was put on the spot for saying that, because they're saying, well, what if he sold his Bitcoin? That means he sold his Bitcoin because he doesn't want to be a bank now. I'm just like, I mean, it's crazy how you go from one assumption to the next in our space. I don't think Saylor or Strategies sold any Bitcoin. I really don't. I mean, they have to come out and do these filings with the SEC every time they do these offerings, IPOs, and I mean, no, they're not selling their Bitcoin. Anyway, so I had to give my 2 cents on that, because it's just driving me nuts that Twitter's all the rage on that right now. So that's what's going on with that. If you guys see that today, my back. Putting up all these panels, guys, is so freaking heavy. I destroyed my back over the past couple weeks putting these up. Anyway, soundproof panels are up, guys. Now I just gotta do the ceiling. I don't know how the hell I'm gonna do it. I don't know what I'm going to do it. I don't know how I'm going to do it. All right, so Asia accelerates de-dollarization in ascene currency overhaul plan. Guys, they're done. They're de-dollarizing the world through BRICS. Guys, BRICS nations, Brazil, Russia, India, China. Do your research. Do your research. It's not just a conspiracy. Southeast Asian nations are advancing plans to reduce a reliance on U.S. dollar through the ASEAN initiative, aiming to at strengthening the use of local currencies and altering global financial dynamics. Azine launches strategic push for de-dollarization and financial sovereignty. Efforts to reduce reliance on U.S. dollar have gained momentum across Asia and other regions as governments pursue greater monetary sovereignty and protection from external shocks. The de-dollarization trend reflects a growing desire to reorient global finance towards a multipolar structure in Southeast Asia. The Association of Southeast Asian Nations, ASEAN, has formally embedded, they really love their acronyms over there. BRICS, ASEAN, embedded these aims into newly published Economic Community Strategic Plan 2026 to 2030, released on May 26th for the 6th ASEAN Summit. Guys, we've gotten the same sort of plans out of other places as well, as Dubai just said that they're going to be 95% cashless by 2026. That's next year. It's already happening, guys. It's already happening. The plan it's for ASEAN anyway, emphasizes strengthening local currency usage in cross-border trades, investment to minimize risks and linked to the dollar volatility. Now we're talking about a volatile dollar, and you're comparing that to Bitcoin? Oh, I love it. I love it, guys. The dollar is becoming so volatile. It's insane. If you guys ever look too at, you can do this, right? We always look at, US dollar to Bitcoin, right? US dollar against Bitcoin, or Bitcoin against the US dollar. But how about Bitcoin versus the US dollar against Bitcoin? Look at this over the max. Since the inception. And this is actually a little later, but 2016 to now, the U.S. dollar has lost pretty much all of its value against Bitcoin. And you can of course do the opposite. We know what that looks like. That's basically the Bitcoin chart. So yeah, it's pretty interesting when you look at the other side of it. And all you have to, basically all this is just inverted. There it is, of course, inverted from the previous chart, right? Boom, bam, boom. So yeah, the dollar has obviously officially lost 99% of its value to Bitcoin. Okay, 99.57. I'm sorry. I got to get those numbers right. Anyway, I love this. I love this, guys. Bring on the doom. The doom.
I'd buy that for $1.
Get out while you can. I buy that for $1. Anyway, ASEAN's 5-year blueprint includes specific steps to deepen the financial integration and enhance payments infrastructure. Under its financial inclusion objectives, it aims to expand and strengthen regional payment connectivity and promote local currency settlement. These measures are designed to not only improve efficiency in transactions across ASEAN member states, but also insulate the region from external disruptions. It's a mouthful. I think I've read enough about this. But yeah, guys, it's crazy. It's coming. It's happening behind the scenes all the time. Everyone's looking at the dollar for its initial self-destruction, and it's happening slowly but surely as we get closer and closer to $40 trillion in debt here in the United States, and we haven't even attempted to pay any of it off. We just can't keep printing more. Just keep printing more. And I know it's so cliche, you hear it all the time, but you got to stop and think about what that means. We don't pay off the debt. We just issue more dollars ourselves to keep paying for our goods and services, or of course, paying our trading members, our trading partners. Yeah, it's just scary, guys. It's scary. The more and more I think about it, I'm just like, that's why I burn fiat, guys. This is why we feed the fire. This is why we feed the fire, guys. Thank you, Sailor.
Satoshi started a fire in cyberspace. Take your fiat currency and feed the fire.
Feed the fire. Thank you. Sailor's just on it, man. I love that man. He's a secret admirer of mine. He has to be. Oh, jeez. All right, what else we got? Nothing else really breaking this morning. Let's take a look at Cointelegraph real quick. James wins second 100. We did get some more Bitcoin buys this morning. I don't know what's going on with Jack Mallers. He actually put out 2 this morning. I heard. I shared it over on X. Just briefly, I'll cover it real quick. But I seen two headlines saying that he bought in for 21 Capital. 29,300 Bitcoin, worth $3 billion. And another one came out and said that he bought 10,000. I think it was a little higher up here. Yeah, right there. Another 10,500. So what was it? Did he buy a total of 20? Jesus, was it 29,000? Yeah, or did he buy 29,000 and then an additional 10,000? And this is also an hour in between each other. I don't know what's going on with Jack Mallers and his accumulation for 21 Capital, but yeah, they're not slowing down, and they just bought 7,000 yesterday. To put Michael Saylor's 700 Monday accumulation to shame. All right, getting back to the chat real quick. I gotta get back in the chat. I forgot about you guys. I'm sorry. Jim Daringer blowing it up, my guy. Let's freaking go. Oh man. Look at this wall. Look at this wall of text here. My God. Just quietly packing my bags. Yes, can't be in every coin. 100%. Agree with you there. Got to be able to long oil bonds before we run in a few years, says Jim. RIP. What? Rest in peace. You talking about MicroStrategy's yield play? MSTY. It's a matter of time before Saylor targeted a yield offering. RIP. I'm not sure what you mean by that. I mean, I think it's a great offering if you guys are looking for Bitcoin-backed dividends. I'd hate to see MicroStrategy in a bear market. I mean, yes, but I mean, he's going to be buying Bitcoin either way in the bear market. He's going to basically be, creating another synthetic Bitcoin halving in another bear market. He's already buying up all the Bitcoin rewards this year in the bull market. I just can't see. I'm just so bullish, guys. It's ridiculous. I don't see how anything stops this train. Let's see. Yeah, Saylor's entire plan revolves around options volatility. Jim Daringer says it's a little wonder he's attempting to diversify his offerings. Stride is an excellent start at a yield offering. Retains a significant amount of capital during downturns. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a diverse play if you want to be part of that entire ecosystem and just Bitcoin, funded returns. Clifford Bushman says, "Thank you, Crypto Otaku and the Crypto Chaos and the Chaos community." Oh no, I'm blind. Oh no, I'm blind. I just lost my laser eyes, guys. Oh no, it's out. It's out. Yeah, and the Crypto Chaos community. Time to make to donuts. Hi ho, it's off to work I go. Yes, Clifford Bushman, hope you have a great day at work, my guy. Thanks again. Big C just subscribed to Otaku. Thank you for subscribing. It just reminded me, as Jake the Snake is usually here to remind me, to shill harder. That's right, I need to shill harder, guys. Please like, subscribe, do all the things down below, just like Big C did in the chat. Getting this show to 1,000 subs is my goal this year. To be fully monetized in our space would be a dream. And of course, getting me to create more fun things for you guys, as I normally love to do. I gotta finish this studio, and yeah, we're gonna have memberships and all the fun stuff. Oh my God, I can't wait. We're gonna bring so much chaos to this entire community, guys. I can't wait. All right, JJ Jones to the moon, Toshi, to the moon. Yes, to the moon. MSTY's yield max offering. Saylor is targeting his own yield offering. I love MSTY. I don't hold any, but I've talked about it many times on my channel. I think it's a great offering out of strategy. But it's kind of like the earlier you buy in, the better off you are, kind of scenario too. But man, the yield on that, if you guys are looking for dividends, I did a video one day about it. I forget what live it was, but I was talking about how you could like sink in like 50 grand into it and pull out like 3 grand a month on average return. That was pretty good if you guys are looking for just a some income. Alternate income. Isaac and Ciso Otaku, how's it going, Isaac? It's been a minute, Isaac. How you doing? Braveheart McFreedom, good morning, Otaku. Good morning, Braveheart. We're about ready to call the stream. We got about 5 minutes left, guys. I just want to give you a heads up there. I have got some stuff to run errands. I got to pick up my car. I actually had, I don't know if you guys remembered last week, I ran over a rock. I high centered on top of a boulder, and I did like $3,000 worth of damage on the undercarriage and everything on my car. So that is going to be out of the shop today, so I got to go pick that up. I own MSTY, and I'm gauging whether to keep it or dump it for Saylor's Stride. Interesting, Jim. Let me know what your determination is for that there. I'm still looking at possibly doing that too. It's just really hard to do when you're threatened with the capital you may lose exposure to other things and get a higher yield on. So I'm just like, I want to do it, especially if I need some income. It's always there, and I'm looking at it. All right, guys. Okay, let's get back into the news. See if anything else is popping off. We talked about this yesterday too. Meta, of course, Facebook rejects proposal to add Bitcoin on the balance sheet. We talked about that last night. Again, I mean, not. I was gonna say have fun staying for it, but have fun losing revenue for your shareholders. All right. Let's get back into Bloomberg. See what they're talking about right now.
Everything takes ages. Red tape is very prevalent, and during the entire Scholz, the time that Scholz was chancellor, the economy barely grew. There was 1 quarter of contraction, 1 of growth. It just was really very, very sad. And so the fact that there would be this huge fiscal package made everyone happy. This was February. Then we got Liberation Day from the US, and that has made them more uncertain. Overall, though, given the uncertainty there where this hurts investment, that hurts all that, but the fact that there is this huge fiscal commitment does make executives a lot more confident than they were.
All right, Zoe, thanks a lot. Really appreciate it. Zoe Schneeweiss, Bloomberg Western European Economy Team Leader. She heads up all the stuff over there in Frankfurt. So she's in Frankfurt, and Paul and I are here in Maryland. We're right outside the National Harbor. We're at BNY Insight 2025 conference. It's bringing together financial advisors to share ideas and leaderships and influencers and to see how you manage your wealth in this very uncertain time. And here to help us understand that,
Clifford Bushman with a $20 super chat. Thank you, my guy. Hope this helps with the laser eyes. It looks like it did. Thank you, my guy. Thank you. Oh, my God. You guys are crazy.
Really happy to be here. So we're talking a lot about the whippy headlines we have when it comes to tariffs, but your job is to talk to clients about wealth long-term and long-term investments. When they call you up in panic, what do you tell them?
Yeah, it's pretty interesting because there's more urgency and there is a little bit more anxiety in the voice of our clients. I would say our advice hasn't changed. Probably the last decade we've been talking about preparing yourself for volatility. You may have inflationary pressures, geopolitical uncertainty. What you see now, we are at a peak of uncertainty. And yes, the markets have kind of moved through this pretty well, yet our clients have felt the volatility. They've been through those moments where correlations went to 1. And what was a academic discussion around solutions and outcomes is now an urgency. So I think today what you're seeing is a lot of clients coming to the table saying, how do you help me protect my principal? How do you help me kind of drive towards income solutions? And what is the technology? What are the capabilities that we have to do that?
Has your portfolio construction allocation, has that changed any over the last 4, 5, 6 months? Or is your equities, bonds, alternatives, that kind of thing, does that kind of stay the same?
That's always fluid, right? And as part of the investment process, I will tell you what has changed, though, is how we're delivering and executing to our clients. Again, you're seeing a lot more alternatives coming into the mix. You're seeing a lot more technology allowing that. I heard a stat this morning where fund launches, for the first time, there were more on the registered alternatives versus unregistered. This tells you that demand was there. Again, academically, people understood it. Now there's an urgency. So you're seeing a flow to how to get more solutions-oriented versus a 60-40 portfolio or stock ideas.
But longer term, talking about correlations, there are questions as to that long-term treasury curve, right? And the sustainability of the debt and what that looks like and then how it correlates to stocks. So in some ways, it's fluid, your allocation, but there could be a structural shift. What are you seeing?
There could be a structural shift. I think we're fortunate BNY clears almost the majority of the treasuries and markets. So and it's interesting to me, I don't know what they're teaching at business schools today, but no longer could you just say, let's look at the yield curve and these things. Dynamics have changed, and today you're following what's happening in the treasury markets, the liquidity in the treasury markets. But to the individual investor, it does not. Again, it goes back to what are your outcomes? How do we help our investors in that market and say, maybe you should protect more of your principal.
This is cringe.
There should be more of an income focus. What are the correlation benefits we're looking at? Yes, around the edges, you've got different investment processes, people that look at these markets. For us, though, is taking all the capabilities that we have, which run the full gamut, and saying, how do we deliver the right solution, customized for our individual clients?
Jose, we saw earlier this year funds flow out of the U.S. into other parts of the world, most notably Europe. Have you seen that on your platform, and is that still the case, or have they come back now that the markets have kind of stabilized here in the U.S.?
Yeah, I was wrong on that one at the beginning of the year. The U.S. exceptionalism, and obviously we came.
All right. I'm really surprised that did not become part of the conversation, especially since again, this is a BNY Mellon conference. They're again, like I mentioned, they were in the lead of the chosen one, if you will, by the Biden administration to usher in the crypto assets. First with the BNY Mellon Bank. Anyway, let's see what we get. Jim Daringer says yield max offerings have overwhelming NAV erosion. If you like the yield, I would highly suggest allocating sizable amount of capital into an initial investment. Avoid reinvesting the yield. Mike P says, Otaku, good morning. If you have Coinbase wallet, do you remember how long it takes to get them to authenticate you? Man, it's been so long since I set up a Coinbase wallet. I don't remember. I'm trying to get Miria, and it's not letting me. Mike P, yeah, I'm not sure why. I don't think it would take that long, more than a day, more than 24 hours to authenticate. I don't think so. I just sent it, put in my ID and all the stuff yesterday, and it's really confirmed. Things have changed since I got it involved in Coinbase initially back in 2020, 2021. So I can't tell you how long it took back then, where it is now. It's been, it's been a long time. But yeah, if you need any help at all, just shoot me a message over on Rob's Patreon. Guys, if you like what you see here on the channel, please like, subscribe to all the things. I keep forgetting to shill. I need to shill harder. Getting this show up to 1,000 subs would be a dream for full monetization and all the superpowers unlocked for the Crypto Otaku. That's right, the Crypto Crusader. Oh, man. Braveheart McFreedom, blah, blah, blah. That guy was literally talking head and said nothing. It took up literally all the time. Otaku had it right. Just buy Bitcoin, dude. Yeah, exactly. And all the things he just mentioned as well were all invalidated by what's happening in the global markets. I just showed you the ASEAN, the Asian collaboration acronym or whatever for the Asian nations to de-dollarize, get off the dollar. Everyone's moving away because the dollar is too volatile for them, and that's scary. It's funny to talk about the dollar being more volatile of an asset to hold than Bitcoin. It's stupid. This is how we get back to a Bitcoin standard. To a real money standard through Bitcoin, right? So we need real money. Spencer Frey says, make sure you have an ETH on ETH network. 100%, yes, for gas fees when swapping Myriad. And yeah, always leave a little bit. 100% agree with Spencer there, giving him solid advice. Mike P, always make sure you have a little bit there to cover the gas fees. I would say just a few dollars. Usually is pretty good. Maybe 10 or 20 bucks just to be safe. Depends on what time of day you are trading on ETH. All right, guys, I think that might be it. That might be it for today. I gotta start getting ready and do my errands, pick up my car. But I will be back again, 8 p.m., right? Yeah. 8 p.m. Eastern. Yes, that's right. I was right. 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central Time. I'll be back again for some more chaos tonight, hoping to see some crazy stuff happen today. I really hope. Yes, Big Bodo Gains, $5 super sticker. Keep it up. Thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you guys for bringing on the chaos to the stream. I love every one of you guys. This is why I do it. For the community. You guys are awesome. Meeting some of the coolest people in crypto. For sure. Braveheart McFreedom says, Spencer with the crypto wisdom. Nice, Big Bodo. Yes, thank you. I couldn't super chat. So I gave you a super sticker. Gotcha. That's weird. So anyway, guys, have a great day. Thanks again to everyone for all your love and support. And I will see you tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern. 8 p.m. Eastern. I got it. This is the Crypto Otaku signing out. Later. I gotta find the button every day.
Fly me to the moon. Let me trade among the stars. Let me see what freedom's like without money and gold bars. In other words, gold Nike. Oh! In other words, let's make history. Oh! Tomorrow is more comes and let me huddle forevermore and more and more and more and more. I long for all of which I'll be adored. In other words, I choose you.
I gotta also clean the altar, guys. Look at this. Look at this mess. This was burning $200 from Attila the Hun last night. That was insane. We killed the candle. We killed the freaking altar. I gotta get this fixed. All right, guys. Have a good one. I'll see you later. Peace.